Hello, everybody! Today for Fairy Tales, we're going to see how I draw the Huntsman. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description, and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first, and then Sharpie. So, if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description, and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, who is the Huntsman? So, in Little Red Riding Hood, man, I forgot. I almost said in Goldilocks. Maybe she is in Goldilocks. Anyway, look. In Little Red Riding Hood, the Huntsman is the one who saves her. And I'm talking about like the old Grimm's fairy tale stories. Because it's a strange... I talked about this in Cinderella, that they're a lot different than, you know, Disney says, because the stories were different. They told different ideas, that kind of thing. It's a long time ago. So yeah, it's just very different. That's all I can say. So anyway, the Huntsman is the one who gets Little Red Riding Hood and the grandmother out of the wolf's stomach, because he swallows them whole. Well, he swallows them whole. Now, it doesn't say whether he chews and is gory or anything like that. In the story, he just swallows them whole. And the reason I say it's not gory is because when the Huntsman gets them out, he cuts open the wolf and they come out. There's no other way to say it. They just come out. So yeah, it's a strange and bizarre story, and I like the idea of a soldier, like not really a soldier, but just, like I said, some woodsman. Oh, and the other thing too is they say in the story that he was going to fire upon the wolf, but before he fired, he said, I should check its belly, kind of thing. And so I assume what that means is, before he fires, is that a gun, right? So he did not fire, is what he says. But they don't really say whether it's a gun or not. They just say he did not fire. So that's where I'm going. I choose to take it as, is he had a big rifle gun. Plus it'll give us something fun to draw, right? But yeah, it's a crazy story, and so I want to give him like a hood, make him a little different. Sorry, I'm concentrating now because I'm trying to make him a little fierce, a little dangerous, a little different. I don't know exactly the word I'm looking for here. I'm gonna give him like a pelt, because that's the other thing. He was like hunting the wolf, so it's like, well, then if he's a hunter, he's gonna have a pelt. I'm gonna have him like wearing something on his chest, right? I'm gonna have an axe on his little belt pack here. And maybe can I do a knife? I don't know if I got room for a knife. But anyway, let me draw like a gun. And let's see, so he's got his hand like that. You're gonna see the knuckles. Right? Okay, so sorry, I'm kind of losing track to where I am. I just kind of did it quick and loose. Now I need to wrangle it in. Okay, so if I want the gun, something like this, I should probably use a ruler. And I'm probably putting on a technology they didn't have, like putting a scope on it and stuff like that, but I kind of want it to be a little dangerous, a little weird, a little, you know, he's almost like he makes his own, not really makes his weapons, but makes his I guess makes his weapons, you know? I guess that's the best way to say it. There you go. I think that'll work. That's a good enough sketch. So I say we erase some of this and get going. So what I normally do is I throw the first few lines down just to get placement, proportion, you know, things like that. Ooh, those are my 3 P's. A long time ago I came up with the 3 P's: placement, portion, and perspective. Maybe that's what the other one was. But anyway, those are just placement lines. You know, I just try to make sure I get it in the right place. As I get more confident, I start pressing harder, and those lines are harder to erase. Well, they erase, but they won't erase with the light as I'm going over it. So when I'm going over it like this, I'm getting rid of the sketchiness and I'm keeping the confidence. And that's how you live your life. Get rid of your sketchiness, keep your confidence. You'll go far. All right, I think that's enough. I can see where I'm gonna go, but enough is still there that I can see what we're gonna do. So I say we welcome all the skippers and get going. Welcome skippers, welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but a pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out, erased the majority of the sketch lines, and if you want to see more fairy tales, check out that playlist right there, or just check out all the playlists in general because I do so many that I probably have already drawn what you're looking for. If not, give me a shout and we'll see what we can do about what you want. I've already sketched out. I'm just going to jump right in. I've got him kind of turned this way, kind of fierce and noble. So I'm just going to start with his eyelids, just like this, just to see if I've got them where I want them and where they're turned. They look good to me, so I'm going to draw the retina, just a little bit of the color, like this. Then I'm going to dab the eye, the pupil, just a little bit because these Sharpies will bleed and I can't get much more out of this. There. Anything else and it's going to bleed too much. So for the bottom of the eye, same thing. I just kind of come in a little bit because I don't want it to bleed if I draw the entire line. I'll do more with color, but that's all I can do with this Sharpie at this size. And I've got him with a big old bushy fierce eyebrow, like this. Same thing over here. And then I'm going to bring it down to his eye, like that, bring his head up. Now, I'm going to thicken up some of these outer lines because when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. And I just want to kind of match where this is going to go. So I'm just, you don't have to do that, but I'm just explaining to you why I draw how I draw. All right, I want to do more lines, but you know what? It's going to start to bleed if I go too crazy. So that's all I'm going to do for his nose, maybe a little bit like that. But now I want him to have a big bushy mustache, right? Like this. And then, which is pretty much covering up his mouth too. So I'm gonna just kind of do that for like a goatee, not really just a beard, but just a little front beard. So yeah, that'd be a goatee, right? A little goat beard. All right, so now that I have that edge defined, I'm going to go ahead and come back and define that edge. Again, you don't have to thicken it up. I'm just explaining to you why I draw how I draw. Now, let's see. I've got him wearing like a hood. So let me just draw that edge. So that means that's all I'm going to draw as far as hair, right? So I could probably switch over to the other Sharpie now, because this is I only wanted this for fine detail, and I'm good there. All right, so here's his hood. I'm a puller more than I'm a pusher, so I'm going to start with his end and come back to the front like that. But see what I mean? See how thick that is compared to those lines? That's why I was trying to thicken that up. Again, that's just me. You do what you want. Okay, looks good. Awesome. Okay, so I do have like a hood for him, but he's also got a big animal pelt over his shoulders. So I'm going to draw that first, just something like this, just to show that it's fur. Then this one, same thing like this. Once I've established that, now I can kind of do like, well, I've got a hood running back like this, but that's all you can see because it's behind the pelt. It's an insignificant little thing. You actually can get away with not doing it. But me, I had an idea and I wanted to do it. That's it. Okay, so for the animal pelt, I'm going to do like that right there. Just basically, just jaggedy fur. Because I'm not going to draw every single hairline, and this will kind of show that it's a furry pelt that is draped over his body. And so we kind of get away with not drawing all the fur lines by just playing around with little lines like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't come to points because as sharp as this Sharpie says it is, it's not made for tiny things like this. So I like to come back and add just a little bit of life where it should be more pointier. A pointy. And I always say is like, I'm not going to draw all the fur lines, you know, but I like to add a little bit extra. There you go. I'm going to leave it at that before I start drawing all of them after I just told you I'm not going to. So this arm is out holding a gun. This one's resting on his hip. So I'm going to draw the shoulders right there. I'm going to draw like a sleeve out like this, coming into his chest. I'm going to stop right about there because I've got something planned right there. So let's draw his shirt like this, coming in. This sleeve coming out like that. I need to draw all this before I draw the rest because you have to draw what's in front before you draw what's behind, so you don't accidentally draw through some of this stuff. Creases and folds just to show that the material's wrinkled. All right. So this arm's holding a gun. I could probably do that at least. Let's do that. Okay, so you can see his elbow, so to speak, then the edge of his glove. He's got a real long glove on. And I'm going to draw down to about right here, and I'm going to stop because I need to draw the hand. And I don't want to accidentally draw through any of that stuff. So his thumb's going to be right here. And it's kind of turned towards you just a little bit, and it's exactly like I just did. Look what I just did. The index finger is going to be like this, pointed out a little bit more than the rest. You see that? So when I have it like this, that's basically what we're drawing, and that knuckle is going to be not lined up with these right there because of the way it's turned, just for a little more of a dramatic look. You can't tell yet. You're just going to have to bear with me until we get some details in. Okay? So it's almost like I really shouldn't even have told you that until we get to the detail anyway. But now I have edges, I can actually continue this and close out this stuff out. Here, let me draw some detail before I draw the barrel of the gun. And I think I'm going to get a ruler. I think I'm going to do that just so I can get the barrel a little straighter. So if you want to go grab one, go for it. Just press pause and we'll see you when you get back. Just press pause now. All right, thanks. Now that you're back. The glory of editing. I don't have to wait. You can just go and do that, and we'll be right here waiting for you. We're not editing, but the glory of YouTube said I don't experience your pause. Okay, so just for the barrel, I think I'm just going to do this. And I've got it moved just a little bit. I decided to twist it just a little bit more. Just down to there. Then I'm going to do the other side. Kind of the same way. That. And see, that just gave me just the edge of a straight barrel, even though I did that bend right there. Look at that. Look at that goofball. Look at that goofball. And then the rest of it I'll do by hand, but I just wanted to here. I don't know why I switched. I just want to get that close enough. And then this, just doing it by hand. I'm not worried too much about the rest. Okay, some kind of big sniper end thing. Again, this is kind of a strange Huntsman rifle. Because it's very, what do you call it? Almost too, not new, but current, because I'm putting a scope on and everything. But again, not that they didn't have scopes like way back when. Obviously they did, but something about my sketch looked very current to me. Okay, and I'm going to put like a scope up here. There you go, something like that. Because, well, I know what, I talked about it already. I already talked about why he's got a scope. Why, if you want to know, go back to the sketch section. I'm not going to bore everybody who sat through it already. Okay, so there you go. That's good enough. It looks enough like what it's supposed to be. No one's gonna sit here and say, what is that? It's a gun. It's a rifle. All right, good enough. All right, so now that I got that done, I've got his axe on a belt, and I gotta do that first because that's in front of everything. So let me draw the strap. I know that's kind of a strange thing to draw first, but again, I gotta draw what's on front, then you can draw what's behind. Okay, and that's sitting in that. So now, okay, and so now I'm going to draw the handle. So see, I've got it in a pouch, strapped over, holding it together. So the handle, I'm going to eyeball it. I'm just going to do something like this. Okay, awesome. So now that that's established, I can start drawing other stuff like a buckle, holding it all together, a strap, nice big strong sturdy strap because it's got to hold an axe, right? We'll add like a pouch because we always draw pouches and whatnot on superheroes. I know he's not a superhero, but you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, we'll just draw like some kind of emblem. Just something, you know, just to break up the negative space. Alright, so again, we'll draw another pouch, like something here, something small. And then I want a big one. And the nice thing about this is it's also going to kind of hide the hand. Because he has it resting on his hip. So that means it's behind everything. Okay. So again, it's on his hip, behind everything. So all we're going to say is there's his wrist, there's the glove, going into his armor here. That's it. It's that simple. Once we've established that his hand's on his hip, we can kind of get away with, and I hate to say that we're getting away with it, but we can kind of get away with, well, that's all you can see, so that's all we need to draw, you know? Ooh, you know what I want to do? I want to draw like his shirt kind of hanging out too, like it's a little bit long. Like that. Okay, so now we're just basically drawing pants and boots. So I've got like those old-timey boots. I'm sorry, those old-timey pants that kind of flare out like this. For some reason, that's what I think of as a hunter. Like he's got the old I was trying to make a Star Wars joke. Tarkin, Governor Tarkin. The old Tarkin pants, right? Let's just finish it up and then I'll come back and add detail. So basically, got a boot coming down like this, down to the toe, like this, pointed right at you. This is coming down this way. Here's the front of the foot, down like this, back, ankle to the heel. Come in, bend down for the toes a little bit. There. Now, let's add a little extra life. I want like little patches on his pants. Right? Like those little hunter patches. And these are just little, you know, creases and folds for his pants. Because they're all pushed into his boots here. And boots, they've got right here in the ankles, they got a lot of bend and give. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So for fairy tales, that is the Huntsman.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.